If you were in Charleston, it was an easy one. If you ever needed a procedure or you needed an expert, and we're probably going to hear from Roper here for saying this, but MUSC was the place. And clearly you're trying to extend that reach, and that seems intentional. Am I right to assume that?
Yes, it's absolutely very intentional. Healthcare is in the middle of a transformation. Probably it may be one of the greatest transformations we're in the middle of that none of us see it, but we're standing in it. And it's going on over a period of a few decades. And what's happening is there's really a push and a demand for higher quality, more reliability, a concept well known to business, but healthcare has not been known as a place for high reliability. And then the third thing is lower cost. Those three things are being demanded and expected. And there's tremendous pressures on healthcare right now, and it's on MUSC. We see it, we feel it. And we decided about 5-6 years ago it was not possible just to sit in Charleston and be able to weather all these storms coming. So we got our board together and decided that we needed to be a little more proactive.
So will hospitals, is this the other maybe unspoken part of this is consolidation? Hospitals have to consolidate or die, and that might be a little too extreme, but you get the point.
Well, if you look across other industries, there's consolidation has occurred significantly. That has not happened in healthcare. I mean, there's been a lot of high-profile consolidations, but on a percentage basis, it still remains pretty small. I do think you're going to see increasing consolidation. Where will it stop? Who knows? But it is definitely going to occur, and we're not immune to it. There's no hospital in this nation that's immune to it.
States like North and South Carolina have rather substantial health disparities issue, driven by factors like socioeconomic, geographic. Back to the subject of innovation, how can one use innovation to address that issue?
That's a great question, Bob, and I think that health disparities are going to become almost a new epidemic in the next 5 to 10 years as people begin to understand them more and understand the degree to which they are disparities. So we believe in tackling that head on. Probably there's many ways, but probably the way I would say that maybe the greatest equalizer of all is telehealth. So we, about 5-6 years ago, through a grant that started from the South Carolina legislature, we're given some dollars to innovate around telehealth, and they've consistently put dollars forward every year. We're trying all kinds of things to bring telehealth into rural communities, into areas where you can't get to the doctor. These days, everybody's got a smartphone. It's in the low 90s in terms of the percent of people with smartphones. So we think that's a great way to get to people in a way that they haven't been touched in the past, almost leaping over to solve some of those disparities.